Catch me if I fall.
Welcome to the live coverage of the Women's World Cup here on LFS with our big game this afternoon. Canada against Ireland from Group B. It's match day 2 with both sides winless in their opening games. They'll be looking to get the 3 points on the table this afternoon. 3 points on the board, and it will be a tough task. The reigning Olympic champions, Canada, coming up against an Ireland side who are debutants in this competition. It's a tough test for the Republic of Ireland, probably one of their toughest of this group. They were narrowly defeated by Australia in match day 1, of course, through that penalty that was scored by Stephanie Catley, the Australia captain. Canada drew 0-0 with Nigeria in match day 1. And failed. Well, they'll be disappointed with that. But let's see if they can get on the sheet today and get their first win of the competition. Let's have a look at the team news tonight. And Canada, Keelan Sheridan starts in goal. A back 4 of Jade Rivera, Kadisha Buchanan, Vanessa Giles and Ashley Lawrence. A midfield 2 of Quinn and Julia Grosso. An attacking 3 of Jordan Huitema, Jessie Fleming is the captain, Adriana Leon, and Evelyn Viens is the lone striker. A interesting change for Ireland, and a forced one, that of the fact that Heather Payne has been replaced by Anya O'Gorman after Heather Payne suffered a hamstring injury in the warm-up. So Ireland line up as follows: Courtney Brosnan in goal, Anya O'Gorman, Niamh Fahey, Louise Quinn, Megan Connolly and Katie McCabe in a back 5. A midfield 2 of Denise O'Sullivan and Roesha Littlejohn, with a front 3 of Sinead Farrelly, Lucy Quinn and Kira Carusa. Well, it's just the 2 changes now from the Ireland game against Australia 6 days ago. Seems like just yesterday. Well, we have the countdown to kick off here in Perth. Canada in white and red, Ireland in green and white. And Canada get us underway for match day 2 of the Women's World Cup. Ireland in a difficult position. They need to avoid defeat here this evening if they want to progress past the group stages of their first Women's World Cup. But a positive start here from Canada. They have a shot on the edge of the area. Nicely blocked by Ireland, and they try and break. As here's Carusa. Trying to battle there was Lucy Quinn. Kept the ball well. Back to Fahey. Fahey down the line. Nicely intercepted at the back, but not the best of balls. And Denise O'Sullivan picks up the loose one. Here's Quinn. Ball down the line there from Lucy Quinn, but that would just see out of play for a goal kick to Canada. It's good defending there from Vanessa Gill. Well, we've had 2 other games already today. This is the final game of the day. It's a late kickoff here in Australia tonight. 8 o'clock kickoff in Perth. With 2 games already this afternoon. Japan getting a 2-0 victory over Costa Rica, and Spain winning 5-0 over Zambia, confirming both of their places in the next round in the knockout stages of this year's competition. Here's O'Sullivan again for Ireland. Dispossessed nicely there by Grosso. Goes all the way back to Gilles. And now Sheridan. Nice header forward, but Fahey's there to defend it. Sullivan trying to win the ball back. Does so well. Then Littlejohn gets it to in the midfield there for Farrelly. Now McCabe down the line. And that's just seen out of play nicely there by Canada. By Rivera. And that will be a throw-in to the Republic of Ireland. Well, we saw how difficult it was to break Ireland down in the first match against Australia. It was a set piece that ended up breaking them apart. A penalty. Other than that, Australia had very little chances from open play, and will be interesting to see what way Canada will try and force that defence of Ireland to really open up and leave those spaces. The ball down the line again from Ireland. Bit of pressure on the defence. Carusa was almost winning it back. Luckily, they get away with it at the back there. Kadisha Buchanan just gets away with one. But Ireland have pressure here again. And now O'Gorman down the line. Lovely ball by O'Gorman. Here's Quinn on the far side of Carusa. Oh, and what a big chance for Ireland that is. Lovely move down the right-hand side. Beautiful cross into the box. And a bit of a scramble. And Keelan Sheridan, the goalkeeper for Canada, just couldn't gather it at the first time. Ends up going out for an Ireland corner. But it's a lovely ball from the right-hand side right into that corridor danger in the 6-yard box. And Canada have two players in there, two outfield players and their goalkeeper, and Carusa gets the first touch, tries to force it home, and the keeper is there just to parry it away for a corner, luckily for Canada. Very good start from Ireland. Corner here, right-hand side. Will be a left-footed in swinging corner. To the back post. Oh, it's all the way in! That's an incredible goal from the captain herself, Katie McCabe. And Ireland do lead here in Perth. What a start. The Olympic champions have been shocked here. Ireland, with the lead that they so desperately need to keep their campaign going. And they have done it in style here. Beautiful goal by McCabe. Straight direct from the corner. There's no better goal than that. Left-footed, in-swinging corner. You think it's going to hit ahead at the back post. And just as it curls in, the keeper can't grab it. And it just drops into the net. And Ireland have the early lead here. Absolutely fantastic start from Ireland. They applied early pressure, created some chances. And now they have their goal, which is ever so important to them. Incredible goal by the captain, Katie McCabe. And that has got Ireland off to an incredible start here in Perth. Canada 0, Ireland 1. What a start to this game. Well, this is a dream start for Vera Pauw's side, who were their key target in all three of these group stage games, to stay in the game for as much as possible and try and get a good result. But they've taken the initiative, they've taken the chance early on, and they have an early lead. In what way will Canada react? A mistake at the back from Canada initially, getting them the corner, Ireland, and from which they find the back of the net. Of course, the first goal in a game involving Canada this campaign. Of course, they played the 0-0 draw with Nigeria on match day 1. They're trying to respond quickly, but that's nice defending by Connolly. Now the goal scorer, Katie McCabe. Nice ball down the line. Carusa, nice chest. Really nice work from Ireland, this. Carusa has to go back to Connolly. And then round the corner, just a bit much on that one. And Canada will get the throw in there. That's really, really good. Really, really good start for the Republic of Ireland. 6 minutes in, and they have the goal. Their first goal of a Women's World Cup. And what a goal it was. It's one that Ireland fans will live in the memory for a long, long time. They'll live in the memory of many, all world football fans for a long, long time. The quality of the goal. Incredible goal. And Ireland have a goal kick here. Canada struggling to get into that final third of Ireland at the moment. And that's kind of similar to what Australia were failing to do. They got good areas. They were building the ball nicely up until the final third. And then the Ireland defensive structure kicked in and kind of nullified Australia in match day 1. Interesting to see. As I was saying, just before that Ireland chance, I was saying about how Canada, what will they do to differentiate from that? How will they differ from that? Now they have to kind of chase the game a bit more, seeing that they're behind now. What other tactics will they enforce in this game to try and get them back on level terms? That's nice by Little John. Bit short, but Quinn does find a way over to the right-hand side. Here's O'Sullivan. Lovely ball. McCabe's running through. He's got bodies ahead. Katie McCabe going herself. Still going here. McCabe goes down. Referee says no. They wanted a penalty, Ireland. I was just making sure the referee didn't give that one. It was a goal kick given. Just see this again. McCabe in the box. It's a challenge from Kadisha Buchanan. There's not really much in it, to be fair. It is a slight challenge, but there's not much in it. I think Katie McCabe knows what she's doing there, and rightfully so. But the referee made the correct decision on my part. I think that's not a penalty. And the decision went that way as well. Is Gilles Over the top. Headed away by Connolly. Brought down nicely on the right-hand side by Leon. Whipped in. Headed away by Niamh Fahey. Canada trying to apply more pressure as O'Gorman is taken out there. And that'll be a free kick to Ireland. The foul there by Jordan Huitema. Well, that opening goal would have definitely shocked Canada. It shocked even the Ireland players, who were completely flabbergasted by that early goal. So they try and apply a bit more pressure. And it'll be interesting to see what Ireland do from this point of view, because from winning positions, I mean, they've only been level or behind in a game in the Women's World Cup, of course, against Australia. They haven't been ahead. This is the first time they've been ahead. So what kind of tactics, what kind of approach will Ireland be kind of taking from this point of view from now on? Will they continue this approach of just relax, take your time, and build the play, don't rush things? Or will they continue with that counter-attacking tactic that we've seen from them the whole way throughout? Here's Carusa in the box. Can't wriggle past Buchanan. He's trying to. Cuts it back. O'Sullivan here in the middle. Back to Fahey. Fahey with the ball in. Headed across. Carusa, and then a big chance. And a big save by Sheridan. The flag went up, I think. Actually, no, it didn't. It's a corner. It was Sinead Farrelly with the chance. It chested down by Carusa, and then kind of like a sliced effort from Sinead Farrelly ends up causing Sheridan to force the save. And Ireland have another chance to whip a ball in here from the right-hand side. We will see if Katie McCabe, if she can replicate the first chance, that will be even more amazing. But the heavens have opened here. As in true Irish fashion, they bring the weather with them. McCabe from the corner again. It's a floated ball. Chested away at the front post. And McCabe will get the throw in here on the right-hand side. Well, it's absolutely lashing it down all of a sudden here in Perth. Not typical Australian weather, to be fair. Although they are in their winter season in the Southern Hemisphere, of course. Here is O'Gorman. Nice ball in. Cleared away by Canada at the back there. They've given it straight back to Ireland. Here is O'Gorman. Oh, and that's not a great challenge. And the ball's forayed forward here. Can Ireland deal with it? They can indeed. Really good from Courtney Brosnan at the back there for Ireland. Getting there quickly. Making sure that the danger is dealt with. And put it out for a Canada throw on the left-hand side. It's a nice ball down the right-hand side, though. But it will just outrun Adriana Leon. It's a lovely ball down the right-hand side. Nice threaded ball, but just too much pace on that one for Leon to catch. And that will be a goal kick to Ireland. So Canada 0, Ireland 1. 12 minutes gone here in the Perth Rectangular Arena in Perth. Strange name for a stadium, but we'll go with it. The ball forward. Headed on by Littlejohn. Chests it down. And foul there, I think. It is. So Ireland will get the throw in, though. McCabe to take the throw in on this left-hand side. Thrown forward to Carusa. Carusa getting past Buchanan. Up against Buchanan again. Cuts it back. Farrelly on this left-hand side. Right-footed cross into the box. Headed away. Brought down by O'Gorman on the right-hand side as they try and build again, Ireland. Fahey. And Fahey takes a risk. Hits it off a Canadian player. And gets the throw in for Ireland. That's really nice to see from Ireland. Applying that pressure. It's a lovely ball. It's a lovely cross. The height on it is incredible. Just seeing the replay of the goal. Beautifully whipped ball. And I think it just catches the wind and bends even more than anyone in the box is expecting. Catches everyone off guard and ends up dropping into the back of the net. It's definitely not intentional, but nonetheless, Ireland have the opening goal, and that's what counts in the game. And that's what Vera Pauw will be interested in. The start that they've had, 13, 14 minutes. They went such a long time against Australia, not creating any chances. Their main focus was making sure that they stayed in the game for as long as possible. But so far in this game, they've had 4 shots, all 4 of them on target. They're showing attacking intent, Ireland. They've already scored with one of their chances, and Canada are the ones struggling in attacking positions at the moment. Here's Quinn. River. That ball is intercepted. And McCabe trying to battle for it back. And Canada will get the throw. Last touch off Katie McCabe there. So throw in to Canada. Well, as it stands, by the way, I'm not trying to get the hopes up of the Ireland fans just yet. Still a long way to go. Still 75 minutes or so of this game to go. But as it stands, if Ireland do win this game, they will go second in the table. They will have a very good chance at going through, with Australia facing Nigeria still to come. I think that's tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock UK time. They will play Australia and Nigeria play tomorrow. Ireland win this game. It's in their hands going into the final day against Nigeria. But it's still a long way to go as that ball over the top from Canada. It's just too much on that again. They're struggling to find their measurements so far, their range at the moment, Canada. They're getting into that half of Ireland, just getting into the half and struggling to find that any players in red and white in the final third. Really struggling from that position. That's where it'll get interesting. Ireland have the reputation of being such a tough defence to break down. Will they be able to breach that defence quickly, Canada? Because the longer that they are behind, the more confidence that Ireland will have in the game. The longer that their lead continues, the more confidence that Ireland will grasp, of course. Will get another wayward pass from Jade Riviere at the back, straight through to Courtney Brosnan in the Ireland goal. Simple catch for the Ireland goalkeeper. She will take this ball, fires it all the way up the pitch. Carusa was the target. Couldn't get it to Carusa. And then Littlejohn couldn't control it, but nice challenge by McCabe, and Littlejohn picks it up. Under pressure from 2 Canadian players, Ruesha Littlejohn there. Really under pressure, but her captain helps her out. And Ireland get the free kick, which Carusa grasps, but just offside there. Kira Carusa, who has also started incredibly well. One of the star players for Ireland in the first game, Kira Carusa. Really, really good centre-forward play in that first game against Australia. Was the kind of the focal point of Ireland's attack, really. Get the ball to Carusa and then work off that focal point in attack. And they done really, really well from those positions, Ireland, in the first game. Just couldn't finish. And now that they've got their goal, that will give them ease their kind of worries in front of goal. They will have a bit more composure now. Farrelly. Nice ball to O'Sullivan. Sullivan trying to break away. Buchanan, the last line of defence here, goes back to Sheridan, who has to clear it long. Farrelly, with the first header. Carusa. Now O'Sullivan. And Canada there to clear up the mess at the back there as they fire a ball right forward again. That's poor from Canada once again. They get the ball and they're just forcing it down the pitch. There's no one there to grab it. There's no one there to get on the end of that long ball. And they're just giving the possession straight back to Ireland and allowing the Irish to have another chance and another chance at attacking them. and to getting into their half. Here's O'Gorman. Loose ball forward. Caruso trying to threaten, and the pressure from Kira Caruso wins Ireland a corner. Really good again. It's Vanessa Gilles that is the victim of the Kira Caruso press this time. And Ireland get a corner on the right-hand side. Let's not forget, by the way, it took Ireland 70 minutes to get their first corner against Australia. It just took them lacking just short of 3 to get their first one here. And this is their third corner of the game. All coming from the right-hand side, but we will have a change in corner taker. Megan Connolly to take this time. Took a few corners in the first game. Connolly takes the corner short. Little John linking up. Here's Connolly on the right-hand side. Cuts it back to McCabe. Left-footed ball in, whips it in. Fahy was there, but Canada just get away, and McCabe in again. It might be a deflection in there. I think it just went straight through. It was a threatening ball. Canada just tried to clear their lines, and they give it straight back to Ireland again. That's what I mean. They clear their lines half clear, and then McCabe is just there to latch onto the loose ball, and unfortunately it's a sliced effort from the Ireland captain that time. It went well wide of the left post. Well, here's a concern for Canada. Not only are they behind, but their goalkeeper, Caelan Sheridan, is down and looks to be readying to get some treatment. That doesn't look good for Canada. And it gives them time, though. It gives Beverly Priestman time to really try and get tactics. Give a team talk to our players after this shocking start to the game. 20 minutes in, they trail by 1-0 through a goal that they probably shouldn't have conceded. But they've been totally outclassed, I would say, so far. 20 minutes in, and this has been a really, really good display from Ireland so far. They have been so good in and out of possession so far. And we knew, out of possession, they would be a very structured, very strong, and very resilient team defensively. But in possession was the question, could Ireland fire a few passes together, break the lines of this Canada defence, and start to create chances? And we've seen that. Early in the game, they have done so. They have been able to create chances. They have been able to get into that final third. And that's shown that maybe Ireland, over the last few days in training and things, have been working on in possession. Because they know they're so good out of possession that in possession is something they really need to work on. And it's clear they must have worked on it this week. Here's Buchanan to Gilles. Canada try and build from the back. Lawrence. Back to Gilles. Into midfield for Quinn, but back to Gilles again. And by the way, there are 3 Quinns on the pitch. 2 for Ireland and 1 for Canada. It's a nice faded ball by Rivera. River. See, Canadian names, very French as well. Buchanan, of course, they were a French colony at one point. It's nice defending by McCabe, though, as Canada try and build, but then they win it back nicely through Quinn. And here's the ball down the right-hand side with Leon. And the cross is too deep from Adriana Leon. It's not the best of crosses. Just catches the wind and ends up going out of play for an Ireland goal kick. Again, it shows Canada just struggling in that final third to really grasp any good chance at the moment. Forgot to put the goal scorer up on the ticker there for you. Just to remind you that it was the Ireland captain, Katie McCabe, that got their first ever Women's World Cup goal. And couldn't be any more fitting, that. Oh, Gorman with a slight mistake at the back. Slip at the back, and Canada have a chance to equalise. A nice catch there by Courtney Brosnan. They snatched that at Canada. Lacking composure there again. It's a bit of an awkward slip there from Anya O'Gorman. Niamh Fahy can't recover it. And it breaks nicely for Canada. And then just as soon as they find a bit of space, just as soon as they see an opening, they strike. And I think They just need to have a bit more composure than that, Canada. Let's kind of work the ball a bit more. They're just snatching at chances. That was for Tema that time. They just snatched at it. Just need to relax into the game a bit more, Canada. They do look a bit brittle, a bit fragile so far. That was their first shot on target, by the way. It wasn't a shot on target of significant note, but it was their first shot on target of the game. Ireland have had 3 shots on target already. And that ball from Fleming, the captain for Canada, goes all the way back to Sheridan, who is back and fine at the moment. Seems to be okay with that long ball. O'Gorman with the header clear. O'Sullivan, nice play in midfield. That's really good strength from O'Sullivan. Now O'Gorman down the line, trying to find Quinn there. And then a slight nervy at the back there from Vanessa Gilles. Puts it straight out of play for an Ireland throw in. And Anya O'Gorman has a chance to throw the ball in here. Down the line for O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan battling. Loses out in that battle to Lawrence that time, but then won back by Farrelly. Lovely feet by Sinead Farrelly. O'Gorman, nice ball in. Cleared away by Buchanan. Headed back into the danger zone by Ireland. Carusa there to battle. Couldn't win the battle that time, and Canada try and break away, but there is a Canadian player down here. It is Ashley Lawrence. Seems in a bit of pain here. Canada left back. See this again. Could it be a... Yeah, it seems to be a head injury. It's unfortunate there from Sinead Farrelly. Sinead Farrelly picks up the ball and as she does so, spins away from Lawrence. And Lawrence just, as she was falling, hit the arm of Sinead Farrelly. And that's a disappointing one there. We'll see what the physios can do here, what the medical team can do for Ashley Lawrence. In the meantime, we'll tell you what's coming up here on LFS. We have another game coming up for you in around 12 hours' time. The United States, the world champions, their second game of the campaign. And it's a much tougher task this time. They host the Netherlands. That's tonight, 2 a.m. UK time. In that one. That'll be a late one for us. And we'll be looking forward to watching that one. That's Group E round 2. Both teams winning in their opening game. They'll be looking to follow that up with a second win of the campaign. Much more difficult test for the USA than Vietnam. And that is tonight at 2 a.m. 26.5 minutes. Vera Pai just adding, trying to get a few tactical tweaks to her captain. Well, it breaks the duck for Ireland. They have been the first to concede in all of their last 5 games. However, Canada are the first to concede here in this game. And just seeing a replay and the cheers from the Ireland, the end there with all the Irish fans. Of course, Ireland have a lot of expats here in Australia. It's part of the world where there's a lot of Irish. Well, there's a lot of Irish everywhere, but Canada or Australia is definitely one where Irish certainly dominate quite a lot. Katie McCabe just having a chat with her team. Of course, Vera Pai has had a few words with McCabe, and McCabe is obviously relaying that throughout the whole Irish team. And Jessie Fleming doing so with the Canada players as well, as Ashley Lawrence does return to her feet. And will be ushered to the sidelines, readying for return to play. Just seeing if she's okay to return. It does seem that she has been cleared by the medical team there to return to the pitch. Well, it's the first time that Canada have conceded a first half goal in 9 World Cup fixtures. Incredible that. What a run that is. What a run. What a run for Ireland to put to a stop. The referee Laura Fortunato just getting a drop ball there for Canada. Here's Buchanan. Lawrence will be waved back onto play. Riviere. Now Buchanan. Gilles. Gilles running forward. Gives it out wide to the returning Ashley Lawrence. Nice link up by Canada there. They're trying to pressure the back knee. Fahy has some defending to do here. And does so. Does just enough. And Canada get the corner. Nice intricate football there from Canada. That was much better working it down that left-hand side, putting pressure on the Ireland defence for probably the first time in the game. And now they have a corner on the left-hand side, their first of the game. And it will be Jesse Fleming, the captain, to take from the left-hand side. 7 bodies in the box here for Canada. Whips a ball in. Headed away by McCabe. Another chance for Fleming to whip one in, and that one is seen out further by Lucy Quinn this time for Ireland. As they try and force it back in, Canada. Put pressure on Buchanan with the first header. And the chance is over the bar. Big miss there from Canada to level it in this game. It's a lovely cross. Nice first header by Kadisha Buchanan. Lays it off, flicks it on, and a big chance there. Yards from goal. Vanessa Gilles just has to tap it in. But it fired over the bar and behind for a goal kick to Ireland. What a big chance that was for Canada to level it. Their first real proper opening of the Irish defence in this game. Ireland will get the throw in though from that challenge. Throw in on the right hand side. 30 minutes gone. Canada 0, Ireland 1. Katie McCabe on the 4th minute. Direct from a corner to score to give Ireland the lead here. Here's O'Gorman. Quinn. Lucy Quinn. Farrelly. O'Gorman again. Brought down nicely by O'Sullivan. Claims of handball. But Little John is dispossessed this time from Canada. Gilles. Lawrence. Down the left-hand side. Nice flick. And Lawrence is covered over there by O'Gorman, and Quinn will see it out and up the pitch, and that will be a foul on Ciara Carusa. That's a free kick to Ireland, just on the halfway line. Again, another example of Ciara Carusa having that focal point, being that kind of pin at the front to fire the ball and hold the ball up for Ireland. And now Anya O'Gorman has a chance from a free kick just inside the Canada half. Fires one forward. Cleared away by Gilles. Denise O'Sullivan tries to get the second ball, but then Marisha Littlejohn has to try and grasp it for Ireland, and Fahy gets it nicely to Quinn, who is brought down, but the referee says play on. Letting a few things go here, this referee, as O'Sullivan's pressure forces Sheridan to fire it long. Fahy with the first header. Pressure on Gilles at the back from Carusa again. Ireland have the pressure and the possession momentarily, though, as Anya O'Gorman couldn't keep it in, and Canada will have the throw in on the left-hand side. As Canada try and come forward here from this throw-in with Quinn. Now Riviere. Trying to flick it past McCabe and did so, but Megan Connolly was there to help her captain out and cover over. And puts it out for a Canada throw. So Riviere to take this throw in then for Canada. Throw in is dealt with by Ireland this time as Farrelly tracking back and helping out, and McCabe clears it away. Caruso with that kind of hold up play again, trying to get others into the game, and a loose pass gives it to Anya O'Gorman, but O'Gorman's ball isn't the best one to Lucy Quinn, and given straight back to Ashley Lawrence in the Canadian defence. Buchanan. Gilles. into midfield. Here's Grosso. Loose ball again from Grosso. Lawrence did get there, and then she gives it away to Denise O'Sullivan, who then returns it to Canada. A lot of turnovers in possession here in the last few moments. Neither team have been able to sustain pressure and possession like they were able to early in the game. Here's Riviere. Battled away off the ball. It was one of the Canadian players by Rowesha Littlejohn. And the ball forward by Littlejohn just falls to Gilles at the back, who gives it to Sheridan. Well, Canada have grown into the game, certainly. They've had more of the possession, for the vast majority of the game, that is, but they've been able to eke slightly a bit more out of the game in the last 5-10 minutes. Since they had that huge chance, they've been a bit more on top. But Ireland still holding strong, holding firm out of possession, as we know they do. Farrelly wins it back and should get the free kick there, I thought. The referee said no. Here's Quinn. Grosso. 10.5 minutes of the first half to go. Gilles threads a lovely ball through. Here's a chance. Cleared away by Littlejohn. There's a chance there from Huitema down the left-hand side. It was a lovely through ball by Gilles to Huitema. They had the throw in there, Canada, again, as they go once more. Quinn. Seen away by Fahy there, but Quinn still has the ball as she tries to whip one in. Headed away. And then the follow-up header sees Denise O'Sullivan try and break away, but then couldn't get past Quinn there as Quinn wins it back for Canada. Oh, Buchanan. Bit pressure on Buchanan at the back, and the foul on Ireland here. There could be a card coming too. Should be a yellow card for Kadisha Buchanan, and it will be. Yellow card for the Canadian centre-back, who looked comfortable in possession there, and then just a bit of pressure. Loses out and then just hauls at the Ireland player. And the yellow card to Kadisha Buchanan. It was Kira Carusa again. That incredible play, that pressure, just crumbling defenders. And Kadisha Buchanan ends up committing the foul on Kira Carusa. And Ireland have a free kick just inside the Canadian half. So a chance for Ireland to fire a ball forward. Ball forward into the box. First header by Ireland falls down. Denise O'Sullivan with the strike was blocked. Katie McCabe tries to keep it alive. Farrelly battling. Does keep the possession for Ireland momentarily. Now here is Farrelly again. Lovely by Sinead Farrelly. Fahy breaks the lines. Here's Denise O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan with a strike. High and wide there from Denise O'Sullivan. The space just opened up. Lovely ball by Niamh Fahy, and O'Sullivan just found that space, broke into that area and took the strike early, but wasn't accurate enough to find the net. Ends up going behind for a goal kick. Quinn. Riviere. Buchanan. Canada have had 75% of the possession in the last 10 minutes. Shows the dominance on the ball, but she also shows Ireland's resilience off the ball. There's a foul there as Ireland tried to break away. There was a foul on. I think that was. I couldn't see who that was. I think it was. It was Jade Riviere. It was just fouled there by Sinead Farrelly, I think. Just see the Denise O'Sullivan chance again. Just over the bar. Nice chance. Nice idea by O'Sullivan, but the execution and the accuracy just wasn't there that time. Ireland have to defend a free kick this time. So free kick on the right-hand side for Canada. Not deep into the half. Ireland holding a very high line. As the ball's whipped round the back. Lovely header away by McCabe. And the follow-up chance is fired well into the stands. And a goal kick for Ireland will come once again. 38 minutes gone. Canada 0, Ireland 1. Check the stats for you again. Canada have had 65% possession over the game. Ireland have had 7 attempts to Canada's 3. Ireland have had 4 attempts on target to Canada's just the 1. And Ireland have had 3 corners to Canada's 1. So Ireland having better of the chances so far, more of the chances anyway. Despite that Canadian possession, you can have all the possession in the world, but it's what you do with it that matters. And with Ireland, with their inferior possession, have been able to do more on the ball than Canada. Here's McCabe with this throw-in for Ireland. Farrelly to McCabe again. Back to Connolly. Under pressure there, Connolly. Had to fire it forward into an open area, and Buchanan tries to recover. Or Riviere tries to recover, sorry. And gives away the throw-in, which McCabe takes quickly. Carusa pressuring Buchanan again. The referee gives a free kick this time to Canada. Kira Carusa enjoying that role incredibly. It's just so fascinating to watch. The effect that she has on defenders when she applies the pressure. Gilles to Buchanan. Here is Kadisha Buchanan. Across to Vanessa Gilles. And that ball from Gilles forward over the top is also into and behind the line for a goal kick to Ireland. Last 5 minutes of the half then. And despite Canada's dominance in possession, they have had chances have been few and far between. Courtney Brosnan to take this goal kick for Ireland then. Out to the right-hand side, the target. The first header was from an Ireland player, but straight back to Canada, as that's nice defending by McCabe there. And Farrelly helping out. Here is McCabe. McCabe looking for that ball forward to Carusa. Trying to thread it through. Lovely ball. Here's Kira Carusa to double Ireland's lead. Big save by Sheridan. That's a fantastic ball in behind by Katie McCabe. And Kira Carusa's pressure just hanging off the back line of Canada. Find the space in behind Kadisha Buchanan. And the finish just met by Sheridan in the Canadian goal to deny Ireland a second goal in this game. It's a really good move. And that's, I think, what Canada are trying to do. Get the ball at the defence and thread a ball in behind. Try and force a ball in behind. Over the top of the defence. Over the top of the defence. But they just haven't been able to get their range at the moment in this game. Haven't been able to measure it quite well enough. But that was beautifully perfection from Katie McCabe. In behind for Carusa, who's just hanging off the back line. Buchanan allows her to run across, and Carusa takes the shot. But Sheridan was there to match it and make the save. Farrelly tries to keep it in there. Just a bit too much bounce on the ball, and that goes out for a Canadian throw. Here's Gilles. Has to go back to Sheridan. Now Buchanan. Gilles. Lawrence. Nice infield ball. Lawrence under a bit of pressure there. Got it to Quinn. And now Buchanan breaking into the Ireland half. Here's Riviere. Loose ball from Riviere, and Carusa tried to latch onto it, but was well recovered there by the captain, Jesse Fleming. Sheridan with a long ball forward. Headed away by Fahy, brought down nicely by O'Sullivan. Out to the right-hand side for O'Gorman. Now Quinn. Lucy Quinn for Ireland, who thought she'd want to throw in there for her country, but Canada got the decision. Here is Gilles then for Canada. Buchanan. You can see what Canada are trying to do. They're trying to... Oh, that's a nice ball by Quinn to Leon on the right-hand side. Leon up against McCabe. Has to go back to Riviere. Now Quinn again to try and thread one through. Not the best of balls as Fahy's there to pick it up. And then Lucy Quinn is beaten off the ball by Ashley Lawrence, but the referee deemed it to be a foul by the Canadian left back, and that will be a free kick to Ireland inside their own half. Just less than 90 seconds of this first 45 to go, and Ireland still continue to have the lead. They've only played each other once in history in the Cyprus Women Cup, and Canada won 2-1, which was 9 years ago, by the way. Battling there. Canada keeping the possession nicely. That free kick from Ireland did come to nothing. Last minute of the half then. Here's Riviere. Back to Buchanan. Riviere. Leon. Riviere. Quinn. Cleared away by Ireland again. Loose ball picked up by Littlejohn. Now he tries to fire Lucy Quinn forward. Quinn has got Caruso ahead. He's got options coming too. Here's Lucy Quinn. Breaks into the box. And that's really good tracking. Really good tracking there from Vanessa Gilles. And sees it out for a throw into Ireland on that right-hand side. As we have surpassed the 45-minute mark. I don't know how long will be added on. Yet to find out at the moment. And that will be a corner to Ireland. And they will have 5 additional minutes at the end of this half. So 4.5 of those to go, with Ireland starting the additional time with a corner on the right-hand side. Want to create chances from set pieces. They did create a few in that Australia game. When they did get their first corner, they started creating them, found a way to get them, and we're creating chances from those corners. And Katie McCabe to take this one. Will be an in-swinging corner. Left-footed. Katie McCabe from the right-hand side. Oh, just a slight delay there. Referee dealing with a few issues in the box. The 6-yard box is absolutely crowded here. And the heavens have opened. And the wind has joined it too. This is going to be tough to defend from a Canadian point of view. McCabe from the corner. Left-footed. Flicks it on. Whipped in. Farrelly to pick it up. Claims of handball. Megan Connolly tries to whip it in. And that's gone out for an Ireland corner on the opposing side. There was a few calls for a handball there. There is an issue here. Kadisha Buchanan is down in the box. So that will be they will stop the game for a moment to allow Buchanan to get treatment. It looked like a head injury initially. We'll see what they can do from here. I'll see it again. To get it away. That's not handball. Sinead Farrelly does well. Takes the strike, and I think it does hit her hand, actually. But it's in the body formation. And that won't be any more than a corner for Ireland to come in a moment while Kadisha Buchanan gets treatment. We have a few more games to come. We have the United States game tonight at 2 o'clock, and then on Friday morning, 9:30, early start on Friday morning, England against Denmark. And that's our triple header coming up in the next few days. What a game we've started off with here. Canada against Ireland. Really good game, really competitive game so far between these two teams. And the heavens have absolutely opened. The rain is coming down at a rate of knots here. And we've seen the rain ponchos and things from the fans. They were expecting this. Buchanan is back to her feet and will be ushered to the sidelines again, and will return to action in a moment when we have done by the officials. She seems to be okay, which is good to see. With Connolly to take this corner for Ireland from the left-hand side. Right-footed ball in swinging corner. Headed away. Ireland will try and keep the pressure on here, though. O'Sullivan. What's happened there? Has it gone on a play? I think it might have been on a play there. That corner? That was confusing, that. It did go out of play, so Canada did get a goal kick, which they have taken already. Ashley Lawrence with the ball forward. O'Sullivan tries to head it clear, but Canada keep the possession. Lawrence. Gilles, as Buchanan is back on the pitch. Riviere. Last minute of the half, but we'll probably have another minute or so onto that with the Buchanan injury stoppage then. Gilles. Lawrence. Trying to feed one down the line. Fahy has it covered so far, it looks. As Witema tries to whip one in. It's all the way in there. And it's in the net. That's another goal where it didn't look like it was going anywhere near the net, but it ended up in. And Canada have the leveller just at the end of stoppage time. And I don't know how it's gone in or who it's gone in off, but it's found the back of the net. And Canada are level here in Perth. Canada 1, Ireland 1. What a competitive first half this has been. Really good game, this. I want to see it again because I didn't get a clear view of it. It's from the left-hand side. The ball is right-footed cross in. And I don't know if there's a touch in there or what. We'll see this again. Might have been a touch. There's a ball from the left-hand side, whipped in over the head of the Canadian player. And then it might have been a touch off Megan Connolly. There might have been a slight touch off Connolly. And that finds the back of the net. Canada 1, Ireland 1. And somehow they find their way into this game. Back level, Canada, before the break. Despite Ireland, who have been probably, arguably, maybe the better team in the first half. They've been pegged back. And Canada are on level terms. It'd be disappointing from an Irish point of view. It's a goal that they definitely could have defended a lot better and prevented, but nonetheless, they are back on a level footing and they will go again. 1-1. As we are bound to end the half here in a moment. So we played now just over 6 minutes. It could be the weather that's also caused a lot of issues here, remember. The heavens have opened and it's become a bit more of a scrappy game since the weather has changed. Here's Lawrence. Back to Gilles. Buchanan. Floated ball forward, headed away by Louise Quinn. McCabe picks it up on the left-hand side here for Ireland. They can break forward with pace. Carusa in the box. McCabe tries to work it to the byline. Met by Buchanan, and Buchanan clears it for an Ireland throw on the left-hand side. Well, Ireland need to keep their belief. Need to stay strong and need to stay composed. Despite being pegged back to 1-1, they need to keep doing what they're doing because they've been causing Canada issues in this first half. Ireland need to avoid defeat. They are beaten here against Canada. That calls to an end this Women's World Cup campaign for Vera Pauw's side. Defeat, no matter what the result elsewhere, will see them going back home. Anything other than a defeat will see them stay for another day. Ashley Lawrence then, still playing here. Just on the verge of 8 minutes of additional time. That will be a Canada corner. Surely this is the last action of the half. We've had a few stoppages in the additional time, which has probably seen us to this moment. Running 3 minutes over. And they have a corner on the left-hand side here, Canada then. They've got bodies forward once again. 6 in the box. Right-footed. Whipped across. Header, and it's wide. There's Vanessa Gilles again, the main pressure. The main threat. Got her head up. And couldn't fire it home. I think there might have been a bit of a touch there from Courtney Brosnan. But either way, at the half, it is a fascinating second half to come. Ireland, who took the lead after just 4 minutes through a Katie McCabe goal from a corner. And then Canada got the leveller in stoppage time to put, and a Megan Connolly own goal, it seems, sees Canada level. Half time here in Perth. It's Canada 1, Ireland 1 at the break.
Score was an own goal. Ireland 8 attempts, 4 of them on target. Vera Pa was hoping for a reaction. She's got that, but now they've got to try and do it all again.
Yeah, now you don't want Ireland to drop off. You don't want Canada probably will go in the more confident at the two, just if you look at the latter stages then of that half. But Ireland don't need to really change anything. All I would say would be the game management side of it. It's a long 45 minutes. You're talking about extra time as well added on the end. Control the game in the moments that you can. Yeah, go and press Canada, turn Canada, put them under pressure. But when you do have the ball, have a bit of possession as well. Be comfortable on the ball.
Well, we mentioned the weather. The rain is just getting harder and driving down onto the pitch with more and more ferocity. This could well be a factor in what has been a harum-scarum feisty game throughout, and in these conditions, but I mean the rain is coming down more than it has done absolutely all evening onto the pitch in Perth. It'll be interesting to see if that affects a game in which Ireland have played a lot of high long balls in the game. Could these wet conditions cause problems for the Canadian defence the way problems were caused for Megan Connolly scoring the own goal?
Yeah, and also when we play in rain like that and the pitch will end up becoming really boggy and really heavy, it's going to affect players' legs as well. You know, especially if you're a defender and you're constantly being turned and running back to your goal, you're not going to want to like it. So you have to make the most of the conditions that you've got.
OK, thanks, Gilly, for now. We'll be back with Gilly Flaherty for coverage of the second half. For now, Canada 1, Republic of Ireland 1. It's been a thriller in Perth. England play Denmark in their next Women's World Cup game. That's in Sydney on Friday at 9:30. It's a game you can listen to Friday morning on 5 Live. A second win would put England on the brink of the last 16 after they edged past Haiti by a 1-0 on Saturday. The goal came from a retaken Georgia Stanway penalty, and Juliet Farrington has been speaking to her.
Everybody underestimated Haiti, and I think in the game itself you realise the quality that the players have and the physicality. You could see how fast they were, how powerful they were, and it's an opposition that we've never really faced before. We've never faced an opposition that has brought that to us. So yeah, it's a first time for us, it's a first time for the fans, and yeah, it was kind of just to relax, like everything's under control. We know what's in-house. I know people weren't so pleased the fact that we didn't score so much, but at the same time we're still creating, and yeah, train every day with these girls and you see the goals that go in the net, and it's only a matter of time until we score from open play.
World Cup openers, they're always difficult, aren't they? Difficult tests, because everybody just wants to get going. Everybody wants to put in that good performance. Did they take you by surprise?
Yeah, absolutely. I think with the first game there's always the nerves. It's the first of a World Cup. I think we started with 5-6 players that have never even played at a World Cup, which is also daunting. And yeah, it's just, you're on camp. I think we've been on camp for 5-6 weeks already, and everything's on that first game. The pressure, the performances. You want to do well. You want to show what you've got. You want to show what we've got as a team. And yeah, there's a lot of individual nerves, which people kind of don't really think about. But yeah, now the first one's over and now it's done, I think we can kind of relax and build momentum from the performance and the good things that we did do at the weekend.
What were your feelings ahead of that game?
Of course you're a little bit apprehensive, because with a team that you've never really faced before, you don't know what to expect. There was a lot of talk of the number 6, who absolutely lived up to expectations, and she had a great game and caused us a lot of problems. But I think in terms of me, it was just trying to continue where I'd left off for the season. After the season, not a lot of people know, but I had a really big operation on my nose, which left me out of action for 2 weeks it was. So obviously building back up was important for me, and just kind of the phases that I went through. And yeah, that was probably the first 90 minutes I'd played in about 2 months.
And perfectly relaxed from the penalty spot.
Yeah, maybe not after the first one.
But you did it again for the second.
Yeah, to be honest, as soon as I hit that, I had to credit the goalkeeper for an unbelievable save, but at the same time I kind of knew something might be a little bit off, just because of how good the save was. And yeah, thankfully she was quite far off the line, and VAR was able to pick up on that, and yeah, I was able to have the composure to put the second one away.
But that's just it, the composure to put the second one away in exactly the same corner.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a mind game, a penalty, and you've got to have the confidence in your own strategy, the process that you go through, where you want to put it. You know your process. Yeah, you've just got to get the job done really. And I just knew that if I had enough quality on the ball, if I had enough pace on the ball, that yeah, it's going to be even more difficult for the goalkeeper.
What I like most, apart from the result of that match, is the fact that I bumped into your dad outside the stadium. He was going past a pub. There are like loads of your family here as well, all dressed up, going with dressed up in the whole England gear, supporting you and everything else. What was that feeling like to know that they were in the stands?
Yeah, honestly, it means the world. Didn't think anybody was going to be able to get over, obviously because of the distance. It was in school term, and my family are teachers, so yeah, it was a little bit difficult to try and sort things out. And then yeah, as soon as the squad came out, it was a no-brainer that they wanted to get over, and I'm grateful to have about 8 people come in. 8 people will be here for the next game, which is really important to me. Everybody's in their England shirts, Stanway on the back. I'm sure there's some garlands, some bucket hats going on.
There definitely were garlands, bucket hats, Stanway on that. Could not miss them.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Obviously to have both my mum, my dad, and then obviously the other sides as well. So my mum's partner and my dad's partner as well. So yeah, as much as it's an extended family in moments like this, yeah, they do really come together. And yeah, I'm really proud of my family, and yeah, just the connections and just to have them here is so special.
So they're like just going to follow you around as far as England progress?
Yeah, definitely. So
wow.
They just kind of make a holiday of it. My dad and my stepmum are here for the games, and then my mum and my stepdad, they actually stay and travel on after the tournament for a few months as well, so living up retirement.
That's really wholesome. And the one thing I wanted to ask you as well, you and Kira Walsh, I know you're all mates, everybody is mates in this group of players that you have, but your friendship is just pure. It just seems to be wholesome and pure.
Yeah, we just click. We've known each other for a long time, so yeah, we just kind of get each other. And it's funny you say that and relate it to my family, because in the game, or like when we was warming up, obviously you see your families, you give them a wave, and my mum was blowing kisses, and after the game she come up to me and she went, "Oh, just to let you know, them kisses were for Kira, they weren't for you." And then after, they come back to the hotel afterwards and she hugged me and she went, "Where's Kira? Kira said she was coming down." And I was like, "God, Mum, at least nice to see me. You want to see Kira instead?" But no, they've got like a really good relationship, and obviously me and Kira have got a really good relationship as well. We just want to enjoy our time here, make the most of it. We know when to be serious, we know when not to be serious, and I'm sure over the last years we've kind of found a good balance at that.
We had a little peek at the team hotel, which was very nice for us to be invited to have a real look round. How has it changed from 4 years ago in your last World Cup experience?
I think now we're just able to call something home. We're able to make home away from home. I can't necessarily remember the 2019. I think it was all a little bit of a blur because I was so young. But we had a really good base at the Euros, and that was somewhere that we called home and somewhere where we just really enjoyed to be. So if the game was on, everybody was in the same place watching the game. So like a relaxation room for us is really important. And yeah, the FA and Nike have done unbelievably to create the relaxation room where we are now, and just, yeah, it's a place where everybody can come. You can play video games, you can play on like the old school table tennis, darts, there's colouring, there's books, there's headphones, there's TVs, sofas, there's everything that you need. That we spend most of our afternoons there, to be honest.
What's your favourite part of it? What's your favourite little bit?
Well, I've done a little bit of the colouring wall. I was colouring the other day, and Kira come up, started colouring, and she's coloured somebody else's colouring with the wrong colour. So yeah, she dropped the pen and ran away because she didn't want to be the victim of that. But no, and just the normal TV. Yeah, literally there most evenings because the football's on.
You're not a coffee drinker, are you? And I know there's an impressive coffee machine, and you can have photos and everything on your lattes or cappuccinos. The one thing we did notice was a massive bag of Yorkshire tea.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm not a hot drinker, so
wow.
I don't do tea or coffee.
What do you do?
We've got Ribena at the minute, so that's going down a treat. No, I'm not, but there's this like fancy coffee machine where you can like upload your own picture, or you can take a picture on the coffee machine and then it like prints the picture on the top. So yeah, within the first day I think I was making everyone's coffee with a picture of me on the front of it.
What's you? Oh, you. So you all had to celebrate and drink a little bit of you.
Yeah, a little bit of me and Kira was on the top.
Denmark up next, different proposition to Haiti. Does it become an easier task because you know about them, more of a European game, or is it just going to be just as hard?
I think it'll just be as hard, but it's a opposition that we might be a little bit more clearer on. We might have a little bit more understanding on how they play, how they like to play. They're key players, they're people that we can kind of target as such, or kind of where we can get our game plan. But yeah, I think there's a real opportunity for us to showcase what we've worked on.
And do you feel, in a sense, that if you got off to the mark well against them, that almost puts you into the knockout stages anyway?
Yeah, definitely. That's always in the mind. Is 2 games and you can be through, and then the third one you can kind of, as much as you want to win it, you can kind of take your foot off the gas a little bit and just relax. We want to make sure that we get the job done on Friday.
Yes,
I've lost track of the days and the time.
I am as well.
We just want to make sure that we're in the best possible place to try and get that job done, and just have the confidence in ourselves, be confident in the game plan, and just build momentum off Friday.
Welcome back to the coverage of Canada against Ireland in the Women's World Cup match day 2. We've already had 2 games today, early in the morning here in the UK. Japan beat Costa Rica 2-0 in the early game this morning. 6 o'clock kickoff here in the UK. Goals from Hikaru Namoto and Alba Fujino got Japan their place in the knockout stages, and another team from Group C into the knockout stages, Spain, with their 5-0 win over Zambia in that one. And half-time here in Perth. Canada 1, Ireland 1. And we're just getting ready for the second half in a moment. The players are right. Don't forget United States against the Netherlands tomorrow, 2 a.m. That's tonight, 2 a.m. in the UK for that one. Right, we're just getting ready for the second half then. The players lining up and readying to get us underway for the second 45. The first 45 that was incredibly entertaining. And we hope for an equally entertaining second half here in the Perth Rectangular Arena. We'll talk about a few substitutions in a moment as we are underway for the second half then. A few changes from Canada. We'll talk about those in a moment. Here's Brosnan then for Ireland first off. Ball through the middle. Nicely picked up there by Littlejohn, who brings it down, and Fahy under pressure. Really good play by Niamh Fahy at the back there. Not the best of balls, though. Straight out of play. It was a nice initial skill, but ended up putting the pass straight out for a Canada throw-in on the right-hand side. They have an early chance. An early opportunity in the Ireland half. In the final third, a long throw-in then. This will be into the box. Bounced. Littlejohn with the first header. Further cleared away by Ireland. And then Canada pick it up and try and go again from the back. Now this will be tough to keep a track of with the changes they've made. Here's Ashley Lawrence, because it's yet to update on my screen who the changes are. It's a long ball forward by Canada, straight the way through to Courtney Brosnan in the Ireland goal. Still struggling for that range from the back there at the moment, Canada. Still struggling to find out when they're trying that ball over the top. Still getting too much pressure on the ball. Too much pace. It's Quinn, Lawrence, Gilles, and down the line goes out of play. The information I've been given, we've had 3 changes, 2 for Canada, 1 for Ireland. Ireland have made the change. Abby Larkin has replaced Louise Quinn. Louise Quinn, of course, playing centre-back, so Abby Larkin is on. They might have gone to a back for Ireland. And then Sophie Schmidt has replaced Julia Grosso. Christine Sinclair is Evelyn Vane's replacement. And Kadisha Buchanan was taken off as well by Shelina Zadorsky is her replacement. So 4 changes at the break. 3 for Canada, 1 for Ireland. And we'll have to try and keep a track of those in the second half. Make sure that I know the numbers and who's who and what's what. I'm sure I'll get a hang of it quite quickly in this second half. Canada have a throw in then. Here's Zadorsky at the back. To Gilles, back to Zadorsky. Now Lawrence. Under pressure by Larkin, but gets it round the corner nicely. That's nice football by Canada. Nicely cut out, though, by Anya O'Gorman. Now Littlejohn. Pressure on Littlejohn. She did get the pass to Katie McCabe. Oh, pressure on Connolly there at the back. Has to go back to Brosnan in defence. Long ball forward. First header by Larkin. Brought down by Lawrence for Canada. Then one back by Littlejohn for Ireland. Ruesha Littlejohn with the ball out wide. Here's McCabe on the left. Has Farrelly ahead. McCabe closed off though. Spins away from the marker. Riviere gets it to Sinead Farrelly on that left-hand side. Inside her own half. Goes back to Littlejohn, then Connolly. And now back to Brosnan. The pressure is working from Canada. The pressing is working so far. Here's Fahy. And her ball to Anya O'Gorman is a wayward one. Goes out for a Canada throw. Positive start to the half there from Canada. Pressure on Ireland there. Fahy's couldn't deal with that one, and that's a nice ball from one of the substitutes, and a chance and a save. Big save by Brosnan to deny Canada to complete the comeback. Might have been an offside in there anyway, but McCabe gets across and McCabe has the ball. Tries to push Ireland down the other end. That's good defending though from Gilles on that right-hand side against Carusa. And goes out for an Ireland throw, but just seeing that chance again. Really good ball. And the very, very good strike to follow it up by Huitema with the strike. And a lovely save by Courtney Brosnan to deny Canada their second. As Ireland's throw in finds all the way back to Zadorsky. And then Sheridan with the long clearance. Farrelly with the first header for Ireland. Gilles. And the pressure applied there on Fleming wins Canada a free kick, which they've taken quickly. Here is Zadorsky. Gilles. Here's Quinn. With the switch ball. Too much of a switch ball there for Ashley Lawrence to grasp. That goes out for an Ireland throw on the right-hand side. O'Gorman to take. Linking up nicely, but then the loose ball given away as Littlejohn does really well to win it back. Larkin, nice first touch, but Ashley Lawrence was quick to that one, but then wins it back. Larkin, lovely. The ball inside was a bit loose as Fleming keeps it alive for Canada. Quinn back to Riviere, and then the pressure coming on Gilles, and Sheridan forced with the long one. That was good from Riviere, nice touch. And luckily they just get away with it, Canada, as the pressure on Riviere there by two players. And Kira Carusa's pressure once again comes up trumps for Ireland, and they get the throw in. And they'll have to take that throw in again, Ireland. And Katie McCabe was down there for a moment. She's back up on her feet again. Ref was just having a chat there, wondering what was going on. But Katie McCabe back to her feet. Maybe just trying to slow the game down a bit, maybe. Could be a tactic. Littlejohn. And the pressure. Sinead Farrelly there was under a lot of pressure to win that. Couldn't win it, and now Canada come away with the ball here. And they've got space in the middle, threaded through. That's not the best of strikes. And that's a simple enough one for Courtney Brosnan. It was Adriana Lee on that time, running through the middle. Not many times we've seen Ireland being carved open like that by Canada in the first half. They weren't able to find the spaces through the middle, Canada. They're looking for the ball to get the throw in here, Canada. And they do get the throw in here. Ashley Lawrence to take then. Be much better at the start of this half, Canada. Completely missing from the first half they were. They were nowhere near their level. Here's a chance for Schmidt, and then the ball through, and it's in the net. Big goal by Adriana Leon. And after she had a very good chance a moment ago, she has found the back of the net, and Canada do have the lead here in Perth. A goal that could see Ireland's campaign of their first ever World Cup come to an end. Defeat here would confirm it. And they are behind. Canada 2, Ireland 1. And we'll see this again. It's a loose ball. It's Schmidt, the substitute, with the ball. Lovely ball behind the defence. And Adriana Leon with the chance. Around about 10 yards. Centre of the goal. And slots it past Courtney Brosnan for a second goal for Canada. And they have a 2-1 lead here in Perth. Canada 2, Ireland 1. Canada in a good position. Ireland in a perilous one. Well, there you go. They've been the better team to start the half, Canada. They've shown their quality. And that just adds to it. Really well-created goal. And Ireland, despite their resilience and their resolution in that first half and their Real compact defending. They have been really fighting, but they need a goal in the next 36 minutes to maintain their appearance at the Women's World Cup. They will be going home if they lose here, which they are losing. Here's Leon. Nice ball, Fleming. Fleming with the ball across. Has to be headed away by Connolly. Kept alive though, as Katie McCabe does well with the defending at the back there. Little John under pressure. Poor ball that was. As Ireland under pressure again. Leon with a cross. And Leon with a chance. Got past Brosnan, but it was and did end up going wide in the end. My goodness me. Canada have had a spark put up them at half time. They look so much more controlled, so much better in their possession, and look so much more threatening. Those runs that just weren't happening in the first half, they're able to find the spaces and really threaten Ireland on multiple occasions in the first 10 minutes here. Long ball forward by Ireland. This time it doesn't come off. Carusa, though, trying to win it. Just about did, but her ball forward wasn't the best one, and Canada defend it really, really well. Here's Lawrence. Huitema, and that's an Ireland throw. Ireland just need to compose themselves and do what they were doing in the first half. Just put that pressure on Canada. Just not give them a break. Not give them a chance. Don't give them a second on the ball. Get the ball wide and get it to Carusa, who can hold the ball up and you can get players into play. Here's McCabe. Cuts inside. Has to go backwards and then to Little John out to the left for Farrelly. Sinead Farrelly. Infield to Little John. Heavy touch by Roesha. Little John does just about keep the possession to Ireland, and Farrelly at the back. That will be an Ireland throw on the left-hand side. It was Quinn there that had the last touch. So Ireland with a throw in on this left-hand side. It's taken. Haven't seen much of Denise O'Sullivan. We've just seen her there. Couldn't control the ball. And out for a Canada throw. Denise O'Sullivan has been quite quiet the last, well, all of this second half, and probably the last 10 minutes of the first half as well. Has been really played around quite well by Canada. As Riviere goes back to Sheridan. It's Canada not in a hurry now. They don't really need to hurry. Connolly with the header. That one's straight out of play though. This time Canada will have another throw in on the right hand side. 32 and a half minutes to go. It's cutting down time. Ireland making another change. They made one at half time. Abby Larkin was Louise Quinn's replacement at the break. And now Anya O'Gorman is going to be replaced by Marissa Shiva. Of course, Marissa Shiva started the game against Australia. She was the only unforced change that Vera Pai made into this game. Now she's on the pitch. And the goal scorer for Canada, Adriana Leon, is the replacement here. They're going to make another substitution. And her replacement will be Chloe Lacasse. So Chloe Lacasse replacing Adriana Leon for Canada. And Marissa Shiva replacing Anya O'Gorman. Of course, Anya O'Gorman wasn't meant to start the game for Ireland, but did so due to the hamstring injury of Heather Payne in the warm-up. Heather Payne, who was so impactful on Ireland's first game against Australia in match day 1. Connolly with the ball forward. Chested down nicely by Gilles at the back. Lawrence has it then. Lawrence trying to feed one forward. Fahy's quick to that. And the touch from Denise O'Sullivan isn't great, and then commits the foul on Huatema, sorry. And that's a free kick to Canada. Yeah, it's not a great challenge there from Denise O'Sullivan. Really good feet by Jordan Huatema. And Canada have a free kick here. Fleming to take then. Jesse Fleming, the Canadian captain, to take this free kick for Canada. Right-footed, floated ball to the back post. Headed away by Ireland. Kept alive. Then a follow-up header away by the Irish defence. And they're trying to force it down the right-hand side. Ireland will get the throw in. Come on, referee. That has to be a yellow card. That's a poor... It's just unnecessary, that. Find out that Ireland were getting the throw in. And Vanessa Gilles just throws it away. And that's a yellow card for Vanessa Gilles. Both centre-backs of Canada on a yellow card. But, of course, Kadesha Buchanan doesn't matter because she is off the pitch. Of course, taken off at half-time. She was the only other player to receive a booking in the game. And that Ireland throw-in comes to nothing, by the way. Straight given back to Canada. And they have a throw-in now. So, all of that for very little of an impact. Ireland need a goal to save their bacon, shall we say. Jade Riviere with the long throw-in. Flicked on by Sinclair, but cleared away by Louise Quinn at the back. Well, I must have got that wrong, actually. I was going to say, Louise Quinn is on at the back for Ireland. She's not been taken off. That was strange. That throw-in comes to nothing from Canada as they cleared away Ireland. Not even Caruso could get there. Connolly there. Under pressure. And Canada have the ball with Quinn. Trying to thread one through. Sinclair. Here is Sinclair! And Brosnan with the save. Really big chance for Canada. Finding those spaces in the Ireland 18-yard box. Now it's a chasing game. Abby Larkin trying to run down the line. That ball's out of play for an Ireland throw. Of which Shiva will take. Poor from Marissa Shiva. Gives it away right away. And Denise O'Sullivan can't win it back, but then Shiva does so. But that goes out of play in the process, and Ireland will have a throw. Farrelly flicks one forward. Caruso to chase. And pressure on the defence of Canada there. Gilles has to see it out for an Ireland throw on the right-hand side. Ireland readying for more changes. They have a few players receiving some tactical information in their bibs, so we don't know who's getting brought on at the moment. Still a bit of time to go before that happens. Does Ireland have another corner here? Or corner, throw in, sorry. Marissa Shiva to take again. Caruso with the first header. Not dealt with initially by Sinclair, and then it falls to Denise O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan can't get it across. And here's Katie McCabe for Ireland. A bit deeper than she would like to be. Down the left-hand side. Lovely flick on by Farrelly. McCabe with a cross. On. Caruso was there, along with Abby Larkin, but it's over the bar. That's a really, really good chance for Ireland to get back on level terms. It's a lovely move. Lovely link up between McCabe and Farrelly on that left-hand side. And McCabe with a whipped cross. And it's Kira Caruso. Just jumps up behind Gilles at the back. And just couldn't direct the header into the goal. The goalkeeper was coming for it. No chance to get it. And Kira Caruso with a big chance. Just goes over the bar. Huge opportunity that for Ireland. Fahy with the ball down the line, but that crosses the sideline, so that'll be a throw into Canada. Are they readying some changes, Ireland? It looks like they're making a triple change here, it seems. So Ciara Caruso's chance there will be her last action of the game. She is replaced in this one by Amber Barrett. Rowesha Littlejohn is also replaced by Lily Agg. And the third and final change is Isabel Atkinson is on the pitch. So Ireland, a triple change then. So that's 5 changes in total they have made, Ireland's. They're throwing their dice and hoping that they can get a good result out of this. Defeat would see their campaign at the Women's World Cup, their inaugural campaign, their debut at the Women's World Cup, come to an end after just 3 games. Here's O'Sullivan. Poor giveaway there. Huitema. Schmidt. Now Quinn. Riviere. And that's good covering by Atkinson at the back there for Ireland. They will go again, Canada. Riviere. Quinn to Zadorsky. Now on the left is Lawrence. Nice first touch. Nice infield pass, but the return ball's not that great. And Fahy there to break apart as Agg tries to get it forward. Intercepted again by Canada. And now they have the ball out the left-hand side with Huitema. Gets past Larkin. Huitema trying to cut it across. Still has the pressure on the left. Huitema cuts it back to Lawrence. Lawrence with the cross. The deep cross. Back post. And Sinclair with a chance to flick it in. But not clean contact by the number 12 for Canada. And Courtney Brosnan gets the catch to it. Canada have been so much better at creating chances in this second half. In full control. And Ireland need to hope that they can control the damage and try and get an equalising goal at some point. They're running out of time to do so. A quarter of the game remains. As the ball forward by Farrelly. Easily dealt with there by Caelan Sheridan. The Canadian goalkeeper. Just to remind you, just to inform you that change, it was Sinead Farrelly that was replaced by Isabel Atkinson. So, some big changes from Ireland. Some fresh legs to try and get them back into this game. Riviere. Cross, a bit of a deflection on it, and it's flicked on by Huitema, but saved by Brosnan again. The Ireland goalkeeper certainly making her money's worth here. Big saves in this second half. It's a poor ball by Zadorsky. And that will be an Ireland throw. That's an unforced error there from Canada. Riviere couldn't get there in time before the ball did go out of play. And now under pressure at the back as Shield tries to deny a corner. Does so, but Ireland have another throw in high up on that left-hand side. They need to make the most of these opportunities. They need to hope to keep their campaign alive. They need to pick up at least a point here to make the game against Nigeria any worthwhile. Here's Fahy. Shiva. Left-footed ball in. Marissa Shiva. Abby Barrett there. Or Amber Barrett, sorry. Was in the box. It's a decent ball by Shiva. Spotted the space. Flicked it over the top of the midfielder, and Barrett just couldn't flick on to the end of it. Sheridan there with the catch. It's a nice idea by the two substitutes. Sheridan with the clearance. The long ball away, and Ireland will get the throw in as that was the last touch. Shiva with a throw in. Gets it to O'Sullivan. Under pressure, but Shiva wins it back. Now Ag to switch the position to the left-hand side. That's Atkinson under pressure. They're trying to get it forward. Just goes out of play. Here's Quinn for Canada. And Sinclair. Back to Riviere. Quinn. Nice nick away by Atkinson though, but couldn't keep the possession for Ireland. That's a lovely ball down the right-hand side. Chance for Canada in the box here. It got bodies around the area. Ireland trying to cover it off. See them out, but Quinn keeps the possession, recycles it. Lawrence with the ball in. Header to the back post and just wide. It's another chance since the substitute Chloe Lacasse with the chance at the back post. The header just went right across goal and wide of the left post from Chloe Lacosse. Canada winning this game will go top of the group prior to Australia facing Nigeria tomorrow, 11 a.m. UK time, if you're interested in watching that one, to see how this group goes. That's a foul there on Abby Larkin. That's a free kick to Ireland. Less than 20 minutes to go. Canada 2, Ireland 1. It's do or die for Ireland. They lose this game and they will be going back home. Anything other than a loss will see their campaign remain alive and make that Nigeria game even more pressured and even more important. McCabe with the ball in. First header dealt with by Canada. Falls to Atkinson on the left. Atkinson with a cross. Quinn with a clearance. And now Canada, can they force a breakaway? A counter-attack here as Riviere leading the challenge. As Lacasse tries to catch up, but Marissa Shiva covering really, really well defensively there. Gets it back to Brosnan. Well, this will be where physical attributes come to a head, because the players that have played the full game will need to dig in a bit more, including the Ireland captain Katie McCabe. We'll see what she can offer. Open the scoring here 4 minutes into the game, and it's been very impactful since. Abby Larkin trying to thread one in behind for Denise O'Sullivan. Does get a deflection off a Canadian player, and Ireland will have the throw. They were planning to take it quickly, but the referee said they were too high up the pitch. Or a foul throw, actually, it was. So, Canada will have the throw in then. Ashley Lawrence to take the throw in then for Canada. As Ireland try and win it back quickly from that throw in and do so. Here's Ag. Back to Connolly. Now out wide to Atkinson on the left. Pressured there by Lacasse. And wins it well, Chloe Lacasse. Quinn. Schmidt. Back to Zadorsky. And that's Ashley Lawrence. Back to Zadorsky. Infield to Schmidt. Round the right-hand side for Jade Riviere. Back to Gilles and now Zadorsky again. Gilles. Back to Sheridan. Sheridan with the ball forward. Picked up by Ireland. Atkinson with a nice header. Denise O'Sullivan brings it under control. Has it here on the left. O'Sullivan. McCabe. Now to Atkinson. Really nice play by O'Sullivan again. Atkinson down the left again. Atkinson trying to get a cross in, and deflection off Riviere sees Ireland have the throw. Pressure. McCabe here. McCabe trying to force her way forward. That's really good defending by Sinclair. And Ireland have it back though with O'Sullivan. Fahy from distance. Fahy goes for goal, but wide of the post. That one, a wayward one from Niamh Fahey. Yeah, it's not the best there from Niamh Fahey. Don't forget, we'll have post-match reaction right after the full-time whistle. Have a quick update for you. Chat about the impact of the game, whatever the result, what it means for the match day 3 for these two teams. We'll have a chat about that, and that will be up shortly after full-time. Canada will have the throw in there on the left-hand side. Huitema struggling a bit at the moment as we're just entering the last 15 minutes of normal time. See the replay of that. Just an issue there with Huitema. Just jumping up for the ball and kind of landed awkwardly. Receiving a bit of treatment. Don't forget, we've 2 more games to come for you. This week, USA v the Netherlands. That's tonight, 2 a.m. kickoff there, USA v the Netherlands. And then on Friday morning at 9:30, England against Denmark. That's Friday at 9:30. Just seeing the replay of the goals. Beautiful goal by Katie McCabe to open the game. The next goal was an unfortunate one from Megan Connolly, an own goal. And then the lovely goal, beautiful created goal for the second one for Canada. Adriana Leon with a finish. That was beautifully crafted in this second half. And Huitema, after receiving a bit of treatment, is going to return to the pitch. So, Ashley Lawrence then, with this throw-in for Canada. In their own half. Lawrence with the long ball away. Fahey, loose ball to McCabe. McCabe couldn't gather it. Ireland commit a few bodies. And now there's space for Lacasse to run into with the ball. Lacasse on the right-hand side. Chloe Lacasse, still going, cuts it back to Quinn. Now Schmidt. Out to the right-hand side for Lacasse again. Lacasse up against Atkinson. McCabe there to help out. Ball across from Lacasse. Huitema. And still alive. Fleming. Lacasse. Still going, Chloe Lacasse. Into the box. Trying to cut it across. Fahey there with the defensive header. And Fleming keeps it alive for Canada. They're pushing for this third. Third goal would surely wrap it up for Canada now. Quinn. Ireland need to dig in. Stay strong. It's good defending by Quinn to clear it away. Here's Denise O'Sullivan to try and carry Ireland forward. Larkin. On the right-hand side, Abby Larkin gets the throw in for Ireland. And one thing that Canada are doing, closing Ireland down really, really well in this second half. A lot better than they did in the first half. When Ireland had the ball, they were able to break up the pitch and force their way into the Canadian half a lot quicker than they have in this second half. That's a lovely link-up play. Here's Katie McCabe into an area on the right-hand side. Lovely skill by McCabe. McCabe in the box going herself here. McCabe! Deflection, corner. That would have been the most terrific solo goal we have seen in this campaign. Katie McCabe down the right-hand side. Beautiful skill. Gets in between two players. Breaks into the box and just takes a strike at it. And it was Zadorsky had to dive for it and had to clear it away, as it might have been sneaking in that bottom corner. Now McCabe will have a chance to deliver from that corner. 11 minutes plus additional time to go. Ireland with this corner on the right-hand side. Left-footed ball by McCabe. Palmed away by Sheridan. Kept alive by Shiva at the back. Shiva out to the left for Atkinson. Tries to cross it. It's blocked that time, but Shiva will have it on the halfway line as Ireland, I think, will just return back to their formation. They're keeping bodies up the pitch at the moment. That is the risk. And a risk they did take, and they get the throw in. Be interesting to see if Ireland can create a big chance. They created big chances against Australia when they were trailing. They couldn't find an equaliser. They're now trailing against Canada. Have they learnt from that and are able to find the net this time? Let's find out. Let's wait and see. That's just out of play. Amber Barrett not happy with the decision. She wanted a throw in for Ireland, but the decision's gone Canada's way. And Amber Barrett's a bit confused here as if to say why. They've given a free kick. Not even a throw in, a free kick to Canada. A bit confusing there. A few Irish fans in the crowd. Of course, as I was speaking in the first half, a lot of expats here in Australia from Ireland. There's definitely no shortage of an Irish population in this country. And they're here in their numbers to support their home country. That's Abby Larkin trying to break down the right-hand side, but good covering again from Canada. And Vera Pai has a real task, and this Ireland team have a real task in these last 10 minutes. They need to find an equalising goal, at least, to stay in the competition. Although getting to this stage was one of great achievement for this Irish team. Getting to a World Cup is an achievement in itself, but they'll not want to leave early. That's a nice breakaway. Ag's ball isn't great, but McCabe's there to pick up the loose ends. Trying to keep it alive. Pressure on Quinn. Does so. Does really, really well, Katie McCabe. McCabe coming forward. Goes for the strike from distance, but that's off target. And that's gone over the bar. And is disappointed and angry with herself there, Katie McCabe, the Irish captain. Showing that belief. Showing that want and fight to try and get that equalising goal, Ireland. They're showing the ability. They just need to execute it. It's not easy to do. But they need to have a go. Of which they are definitely doing, by the way. Ireland are certainly having a go. Well, as it stands, in Group B, Canada top the group with 4 points after 2 games. Australia 3 points after 1 game. Nigeria on 1 point. And Republic of Ireland on 0 after 2 games as it stands. That would mean no matter what the result tomorrow between Australia and Nigeria, defeat here would mean Ireland couldn't catch up with any of the teams going into the final game. Oh, that's a poor giveaway by Fahy. Huitema trying to break forward and gets a free kick. It's a good challenge, but a free kick for Canada. It's one that needed to be made from an Irish point of view, because they were very vulnerable at the back there, but a really good challenge by Ag, the substitute, Lily Ag, and that will be a free kick to Canada. 7 minutes of normal time to go. Canada 2, Ireland 1. Canada, a free kick here. Jessie Fleming over it. So Jessie Fleming readying up here. I think that's Schmidt as well alongside her. Readying up, but I think Fleming will take it. The whistle's gone. Taking their time. Fleming find it across the front post, headed away. O'Sullivan can't clear it though. Schmidt keeps it alive. Ireland have to force it away, and they do so just about. And they get it cleared, and Canada go all the way back to the goalkeeper. It's the long ball forward. Headed away by Fahy. Taken down by Larkin, but Larkin can't keep control of it. Nice interception by O'Sullivan, but the ball's not great as Canada have it back. Sinclair. Now Quinn forward. Quinn with the ball out to the left for Huitema. Fleming just about keeps it in. Here's Ashley Lawrence. Fleming. Back to Lawrence. Quinn. Under pressure. Does make the nice pass. Fleming. Lawrence. Lawrence down the line. And a touch off Marissa Shiva. will give Canada the throw-in. Well, Canada will look in a much better position than they did on after match day 1. After this game, if they do get the 3 points, 3 points would put them on 4, top the group, and put the pressure on Australia and Nigeria to both get a win tomorrow. Both teams will be fighting for the win. And we'll see who will come out victorious tomorrow. On ball forward again from Ireland, from the back. And that will be an issue here. There's a head injury there, might be. There is a player down for Ireland. Schmidt was involved. Schmidt over to see it was Louise Quinn that was involved with the challenge. She seems to be okay. There's that long ball forward and Louise Quinn just tracking back to get on to the end of it, and Schmidt with the header. Just a bit of a collision with Louise Quinn and Schmidt. Ireland will get the throw in though. Shiva to take, flicked on by Amber Barrett, but there's no one beyond Amber Barrett there for Ireland to try and threaten the goalkeeper of Sheridan, who collects it with ease. Keelan Sheridan then with the ball forward. Was Ireland show they fight to the end. They've proven it on many occasions. They never give up. It's never done until it's done. And Ireland have 4 minutes plus additional time to do what needs to be done, and that is get an equalising goal. Plus, an equalising goal would not only help Ireland, but it would also help the other teams in the group as well, with Canada if they fail to win. Which will be disappointing for the Olympic champions if they don't win their first 2 games. And we'll have a tough task of Australia to come in match day 3 if they need it. But a win here would put them in a very good position in Group B. That's Sinclair trying to thread it through with Tema. Might have been was a deflection from Nifa here, a vital one, as Watema was ready to finish it. And Canada have a corner. It was Sinclair on the edge, just flicked it around. Watema was breaking through, and Nifa, he had it covered. Luckily for Ireland to deny Watema a goal here. So Canada corner, right-hand side. 3 minutes plus additional time to go. Canada 2, Ireland 1. A goal here for Canada would finish it, would wrap this game up. Right-footed cross in. It's not cleared away by Ireland. And Brosnan with a catch from the Hotema header. And now they're trying to fire forward quickly. Get bodies up the pitch quickly, Ireland. Try and break forward, but the ball is poor. Canada deal with it quite easily as Quinn tries to break forward here for Canada. But Shiva is there. Shiva around the corner to Ag. Back to Nifahi. Ireland need to get moving here. Get up the pitch. Here's Connolly. The ball out to the left. That's a lovely ball. Now Atkinson breaking forward here. Atkinson trying to find a ball into the box. Cleared away. Header forward by Connolly. Quinn with the chest. And couldn't keep it alive in the middle there. Ag as Canada try and break forward. And Lacasse has a body here. Right across for Sinclair. Lacasse still going. Lacasse. Sinclair can't grasp it. And Shiva there defending. Get it and get away. As Atkinson tries to carry it away for Ireland. Tries to feed it down the line, but it's just not coming off for Ireland. They're trying to feed those balls forward, and they're being cut out every single time by Canada. 90 seconds of normal time to go. Vera Pai trying to convince her side, trying to tell her side that time is running out here for Ireland. They need to create a chance, and they need to make it count. Atkinson with the throw in. Ag does get the touch on the ball. Ag from distance. And nice strike by Lily Ag, but it was straight down the throat of Keelan Sheridan in the Canadian goal. It was a nice break of play by Ireland. They do steal the ball, but Lily Ag picks it up. Clean strike by the Ireland substitute, and then a simple save for Caelan Sheridan from distance there to deny Ireland. Here is Ag. Connolly. Out to the left for Atkinson. Up against Lacasse, and Atkinson is just pushed over there. Lacasse picks the ball up. No foul, says the referee. Here's Chloe Lacasse. Sinclair. Trying to find Lacasse again, but that's broken up by Atkinson there as Amber Barrett tries to be impactful and does have it here for Ireland as the ball's fired forward. Louise Quinn trying to be the threat up top. They bring that height. Trying to be a nuisance as Ireland have it here with Shiva. Shiva with the ball. It's a narrow one. Too close to the goalkeeper. And Sheridan will pick it up quite easily. As we have surpassed the 90 minutes, and we will have 5 additional minutes on to the end of the half. 5 minutes for Ireland to save their Women's World Cup campaign. Their debut campaign will be coming to an end very shortly if they don't find that equalising goal. They will, of course, play Nigeria nonetheless. They will play them whether they're in the competition or not. But the Nigeria game is looking to be their last of this campaign as it stands. And both sets of players are struggling with a few niggles at the moment. It's been a high intense game since minute 1. A very physical game as well at that. One that hasn't stopped but entertaining us all the way through. Here's Ashley Lawrence to take this through in for Canada. We've played around a minute and a half of the 5 allocated minutes. O'Sullivan with the ball forward. Dealt with again at the back by Canada. As Ag tries to break up play again, and Ag involved in a lot of challenges at the moment. Really putting bodies on the line here, Ireland. Lovely nick by Atkinson, but the referee deems it to be handball, I think. So that'll be a free kick to Canada. Canada trying to run the clock down as much as possible. And it's clear they're doing that because there's a player down with cramp. I think it's Jade Riviere who's down with cramp. Whether that's legitimate or not, we don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a time-wasting tactic. Fair play, but, you know, you need to get playing here. And Jade Riviere just getting a bit of treatment here. Maybe it is legitimate. And just to remind you of what is to come, 2 more games to come. USA against the Netherlands. 2 a.m. in the morning. Here, around about less than 12 hours away. We'll have that one live for you. And as well, Friday morning, 9:30 kickoff. England against Denmark. USA and England can confirm their places in the next rounds, in the knockout stages, with wins in both of those games. Canada making another change here, another way to run the clock down as much as possible. We've already played 3 of the allotted 5, but I think we will go over that. Those 5 minutes at the moment. And the referee is trying to make the change here. They were just delaying a bit there. And they are going to make the change then. Canada, so it's Jade Riviere that's just received a bit of treatment. Is replaced. She is replaced by Alicia Chapman. So 90 seconds of the allotted stoppage time to go. Canada 2, Ireland 1. It's now or never for Ireland. Last chance saloon for them in this World Cup. Here is Huitema on the left for Canada. Trying to run the clock down and keep it in that half. Oh, Marissa Shiva under pressure, loses the ball. Schmitz straight out of play that one. Ireland will get the throw in. Well, how quickly can they force it up the pitch? They need to really force it into that Canadian half. Ag, powering that ball, trying to force it down the line. Atkinson, trying to fire one into a good area. It's cleared away by Canada, but Ireland will have a throw. They have time, but it's running out quite quickly. McCabe, nice touch. McCabe down the line, whips the ball into the box. Away by Gilles. Atkinson trying to win it back, but Canada have the possession and trying to run away from Ireland. But Megan Connolly does really well to keep the pressure and win the ball back. Time really running out here, Ireland. They need to get the ball up the pitch. Marissa Shiva with the long ball forward. Headed away by Canada again. Ag trying to win it back, but commits a foul in doing so. And that could be the final action from Ireland. They've been really resilient all the way throughout the game. They've tried their best. It's still going, by the way. We still haven't finished yet. But they've done so well, Ireland, throughout the game. As Canada have this free kick, and they will have a throw in as well. As we knew we would run over the 5 minutes, but how long is at the referee's discretion? We will see. Throw in here for Canada. They're taking their time. Schmidt to take. And they're using every single second up as much as possible, Canada. And they will get another throw in. Ireland need to hope that they get the break of the ball and they can get it up the pitch as quickly as possible. Because the referee is waiting. Here's Ag gets it away. O'Sullivan. McCabe tries to get it forward and it's deflected away again. Painful. But here is Shiva lifting it over the top, trying to put pressure on the defence. But there was no one running in the same area for Ireland. And they do get the ball into the box, but it only finds Caelan Sheridan, the Canadian goalkeeper. And Vera Pau's side, it's going to look difficult now. Looks really difficult now for them to get anything. And that is the final whistle. Ireland are going home. They have fought all the way throughout the game and they've given their best in this campaign. But one thing that does be certain, Canada held on. Ireland looked so promising early on with Katie McCabe's goal, but Canada clawed their way back to overturn the game and got the 3 points in Perth. It's 3 points that sees Canada go top of the group, and it's 3 points, well, that see Ireland bottom of the group and going home. The game against Nigeria really means nothing for Ireland. They're playing for pride in their final game, but they've given their all in these first 2 games of this Women's World Cup, leading to nothing, but they have given so much of their performance and looked really hard to break down at times. Full-time score, Canada 2, Ireland 1, here in Perth. Post-match reaction coming up very shortly.
Catch me.